Hi, this is Jeff Callan with Best Buddies. Today we're going to discuss Best Buddies Leadership Conference, and this is for the benefit of parents and their chapter president children that are going to attend Leadership Conference. This video is going to take about 10 minutes. I'm going to go very fast with some pertinent information about Leadership Conference, and I know logistics are a critical part of what you're interested in. But it's a wonderful event, and we're going to start off with a couple of slides. The first one that we're about to show. There's a lot of information, but it's really our 3-day agenda. We're going to talk about transportation. But I want to give you the overview. It's 3 days in July. It's hot in Indiana. So Friday, July 20th, Saturday and Sunday, July 21st and 22nd, and then leaving on Monday, July 23rd. So very quickly, you travel out, you arrive in Indiana, you get transported, that's what T-port, not teleport, to the University of Indiana. We register you, find your room, unpack you, feed you dinner. We have a state meeting, then we have opening ceremonies, which is about 2,500 to almost 3,000 people in the auditorium, and it's a blast. So then the agenda for I'm not going to go through it in too much details. It kind of breaks down like this. We feed them breakfast. We have a Saturday, we have a general session, we have lunch, then we break out into classrooms by state. Okay, and there's networking and all sorts of training and obviously lunch. Then we'll have a dinner event, and then from 8 to 11 evening activities. It can be there's a friendship walk on Saturday, dance, bowling, karaoke, lots of stuff going on, lots of fun, very little downtime. Then on Monday morning, everybody comes home. So we have breakfast, everybody's coordinated with our command center on which bus they're going to take based on their flight information to get to the airport. You don't have to worry about that as a parent. Fly home and you sleep. You probably sleep on the bus to the airport and on the plane. So that's kind of the overall agenda. So we'll move on. University of Indiana, if you don't know, it's about an hour south of Indianapolis. It's a big place. You don't have to understand this map. We're up here. We have buildings assigned to us. It's not a very busy campus, and there's a tremendous amount of staff and security so your children are safe. So, Leadership Conference tracks and highlights. So I spent a lot of time on this to give you kind of the broad framework. We have students from high school, middle school, colleges, we have advisors, we have a jobs program, and we have ambassadors. All these are running at the same time on separate tracks. Right here is just a picture. We are the world. So about 2,500, there's probably more this year, probably more like 2,700 people from around the world. We're in 54 countries. So this is just an example of all the different flags from the different countries. So your children will get to see not only chapter leaders from high schools and middle schools and colleges from outside of Massachusetts, but also from around the world. So it's interesting, you meet great people, and that's one of the wonderful parts of this event. Flights and transportation, now we're drilling down. Friday, we'd like you to arrive in Indianapolis by 2 o'clock. On the website, which we'll make available, it says 4. The reason we ask for 2, we have the second biggest group from Massachusetts. We want everybody there in case there are any wrinkles or delays. You can get to campus, and then get to dinner, get settled and get dinner, and get to the opening ceremonies. 4 o'clock, if you have problems, it might be a little tight, then you're scrambling. And we prefer not to do that. On Monday morning, what will happen is we would like you to set up your flight to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning or a little bit later. Some exceptions apply, but and we'll coordinate buses. We get everybody's itinerary, confirmation, flights, all that data. We manage that, so we assign buses. We sort of do the workflow for that. When you get to Indiana, all right, a couple of pictures here. This is what it looks like. We have staff. They meet you when you come off out of security. It's not a big airport. You go to baggage claim, get your bags, you line up, we get you on a bus, we send you to University of Indiana. Do not worry about people helping out at that. On the bus we have staff. Here's Mandy, right? Yeah. With Mandy on the bus, she fills you in a little bit. You meet new people. That 40-minute hour bus ride get you to our site, check-in spot at University of Indiana. When you get off the bus, you're greeted again, more staff that unloads the bus. We fill you in on what you're going to do next. Get your bag, you register, and then you go get your room. You have a few minutes, and then it's dinner and the big opening ceremonies. Housing and food, a couple of things. 3 meals a day, all types of food are available for special diet needs. That's well taken care of. The food is pretty good. You can eat as much as you want. There's always ice cream, which I happen to like. Also, housing. Lots of questions about. There's a lot of security on this campus for housing. First, you need a card for a specific dorm. Then you need a card for your floor on the elevator. One card, your card can only go to one floor in the dorm. The dorms are obviously separated by gender. There's staff on every floor, and colleges are separate from high schools, or separate from middle schools, separate from advisors, and there's staff everywhere. So it's a very safe environment. Okay, what to bring? There's stuff on our website, but the 2023, 2 travel days, weather's hot, indoors cool. That's a big deal. It's very hot and humid, like our worst days in the summer they get. And I've done it, this will be my 3rd year, it's very steamy. We insist on people getting water, we snack them when we need to. Layers, because it's cool indoors. Water bottle, we actually provide a small cinch sack with a Mass logo on the back. We can find you easier, it's convenient, comfortable walking shoes, a lot of walking. And then some more detailed packing will be available. Communication, so this is our command center. We have, our corporate team has a command center at the registration, and all they do is track people. So it's traveling primarily, but other activities as well. And as a for instance, if your child gets sick or heat exhaustion or whatever, and it happens to some people, they don't feel well, we have a staff person go with them to the infirmary, stay with them. Nobody's wandering campus on their own. We put this up here so you could see, this is kind of our opening ceremonies and general sessions. There's a lot of noise. You can see it online. You can see last year online, and you can watch it live streaming this year online. Workshops and training. So I talked about the schedule, Saturday afternoon and Sunday as well. We'll break out by state, and we'll have training sessions where we talk about sort of Best Buddies and our mission and goals and some of the programs we run in schools, and also some of the challenges schools face, and it's a sharing of ideas. It's not a lecture. And then we have World Cafe, which is very interesting because this is students assigned to tables, but you're assigned not by state. They mix everybody up. So you're talking to people from other parts of the country or other parts of the world, sharing of ideas with a little bit of facilitation from staff, but really it's about the students talking to each other and having a little fun. So, this is our last slide. I hope it's not too long. If you have any follow-up questions, here's a site, BBMALC at bestbuddies.org. So Best Buddies, Massachusetts Leadership Conference. Pretty easy to remember. Thank you very much for your time. Look forward to seeing you in Indianapolis.